JoJo Siwa is in danger, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen, and I've seen my reflection. Hi again, guys, and welcome back to a toddler struggling to open a can of beans for 5 long, grueling, and unpaid hours. A few days ago, rapper dababy, known for wearing diapers and being a liar because he's not actually a baby, dropped a song called Beatbox Freestyle. No one really cares about the song part of the song because there's just like 1 line and 2 seconds in the entire video that set the world on fire and had Twitter skewering dababy like meat on a kebab. Just like you should skewer the subscribe button. Hit it with anger. Pretend it killed your entire family and that you're stabbing it to get revenge after decades of tracking it down. Also turn notifications on. Okay, have you done it? Great. Now you can take a look at this bar that dababy definitely said in his own words.
Turn me up, dudes going CY, bro, you a jerk, JoJo Siwa.
Okay, guys, I have to admit, he didn't say it like that. He used lots of bad words, and I don't like bad words. But unfortunately, for my good Christian ears, this song is stuffed to the brim with them. People are really focused on this line because of the apparent JoJo Siwa diss in it, but because you guys are so dead set on it, you are missing all the other stank-faced stuff that dababy said in this song. Let that B-word off. I'm a renegade baby. I feel like Ben Shapiro when I say B-word, but dababy just said he was gonna do the renegade. With this, he is clearly not only biting off Charlie D'Amelio, but Barack Obama as well.
You want to see my renegade?
It's incredible that people somehow manage to think JoJo Siwa is the most newsworthy part of all this. That's not even the worst one. Let her suck on my toes, cause I'm nasty. Yeah, you are, freak. You're lucky your music is good, dababy, because you're one weird publicity stunt away from me saying, ew, that's a little strange, before I go back to listening to a song you're featured on. But whatever, JoJo Siwa diss. This shit was like when the new Kanye tweet drops. It had everybody from every corner of the internet talking. On Twitter, on TikTok, people were wondering what this beef was over, and they were placing bets on who would win in a fight. It really seemed like JoJo Siwa might be in for the most legitimizing event of her career, you know, other than being a multimillionaire. But hey, I say we take this seriously. For us to move on from this, we need an MMA stat lineup stat. The first thing we have to consider is age. JoJo Siwa is currently 17, while dababy is approaching 30. It makes this matchup's already rocky legal status even more dangerous, but most fun things are already illegal anyways. Next up is net worth, where dababy is clocking in at a respectable 3 million United States dollars, but he just can't stack up to JoJo Siwa's whopping Nickelodeon and children's brand driven $14 million. That's more money than anybody watching this video will ever see in their entire lives. And lastly, coming in his height. Pure physicality. dababy stands at 5'7" with good posture, a short king if you will, but that's a title JoJo stomps on effortlessly because she towers over him at a royal 5'9". Even when they stand on their money, JoJo Siwa is still taller. Mrs. Siwa is packing some real destructive power, both in her bank account and in her biceps. But I think the thing most people are forgetting here is her secret weapon, the JoJo Mobile. She has a Tesla that is completely wrapped in pictures of her face, and she is aggressive with that bitch. Do you see her gripping that steering wheel? Those fingers have vengeance running in their veins. They could probably clamp down harder than the neck hole in a guillotine, and when she gets them around dababy's neck, she could probably cleave his head off his shoulders like one too. I'm gonna be honest, dababy, you need to hire whoever set up the YouTube diss track beefs back in the day, because I don't think this is the right fit, man. I have to break my vows as a complete loser and agree with TikTok for once. Your odds are looking bad.
Of all people, why did dababy choose to diss JoJo Siwa in a song? Jonathan, that teenage lesbian is 2 inches taller than you, and she's already survived Abby Lee Miller. Frankly, I don't like your chances.
That's just the thing, though. This matchup is so heavily stacked against dababy that the reason for it has to be juicy. This absolutely has to be personal to dababy for him to go so far out of his way to start shit. Ignoring the most likely option that he meant it as wordplay, that there is no beef, and this entire thing started as a misunderstanding of a clever lyric, one that dababy made just for the rhyme, because that explanation's boring and you're boring for saying it, so shut up and never suggest that I think logically ever again. One leading theory is that he just thinks she's annoying. I mean, reputable publications like The Vulture have speculated that dababy's young daughter might be an avid JoJo Siwa fan, and based on what dababy himself has said, it seems like this is true. So it might be that when dababy gives his kid the iPad so that he could smoke a cig and forget about how big of a mistake becoming a parent was for a minute, maybe the only thing she watches is JoJo Siwa, and the lyrics to Boomerang are stuck in dababy's head, reminding him he'll never get his old life back. I think I might just be projecting my worst fears here, but speculation says that this rage was so strong strong and was all he could think about that he needed to take it out on something. And what better of an emotional outlet than putting it into your own music? If this is the case, I can only imagine that major damage is going to happen to the dababy family dynamic. It's no doubt that dababy's daughter would take JoJo's side on this one. You know, if she's old enough to know what any of these words are. I'm sure if that's the case, then dababy is going to crack down on her being able to watch JoJo Siwa's videos like North Korea does to its citizens' ability to watch anything. Side note, a lot of people made TikToks covering the situation, trying to get the word out, and one of them said, dababy violates JoJo Siwa. I gotta say, I think that's the wrong word choice here. But hey, the word did get out, and it was trending on Twitter with some 150,000 tweets at one point, and it seemed like most people were pretty firmly in JoJo Siwa's camp, either coming to her defense or talking about why she could easily defend herself, you know, because of the stats. A bunch of the personalities she's worked with in the past, like other YouTubers and my fellow social media parasites, had her back. James Charles was among them, just running the same numbers that we have, and he talked about why JoJo just has the advantage in the octagon. The only reason I think it's worth including here is because he made a very controversial decision to spell dababy with a space. Others were a bit more opportunistic, taking this as a chance to speak on how they feel about JoJo Siwa in general, in that you should be terrified of her, not because she's vindictive or mean, but because she's too good at what she does to be fucked with. This is the video that let me know I'll never raise a tongue against JoJo Siwa. There's no music playing, she just did that off the strength, just in her head vibes. Listen, I'm not scared of JoJo Siwa because she's taller than me, more creatively talented, richer, or because she could stomp me into the ground like the mole in the dirt that you could reasonably compare me to her as. No, it's just because she's genuinely too powerful. I would die. If her and dababy were to really duke it out, musician to musician, it'd probably go like this. Now, exposition dump aside, I would say this entire thing has gone incredibly well, swimmingly even, for both sides involved. They dominated the discussion of literally anywhere you could go last weekend. If you knocked on his door and asked, I'm sure Satan would have a hot take about this whole thing, and it would be about how even he would not fuck with JoJo Siwa. dababy got the word out about his new song because of that one line, and JoJo's streams almost certainly went up as well. If you check her monthly listeners in a few weeks, I bet you're gonna be seeing some massive growth on that front. This has been better marketing for both of them than you could ever pay for. I think the only thing there's left to do is for these two to drag it out as far and as tediously as possible. And then when everybody is sick of hearing it, which they probably already are, they squash the beef by doing a song together. dababy needs to give Mrs. Siwa a feature, and then they could tie a nice JoJo branded bow on this entire thing. Of course, that does bring us to what comes next. This worked out so well, it would only make sense for dababy to try and start beef with more influencers. And to him, I'd recommend that he start with the stuff he already has written down. I see some prime TikTok squabble content with the D'Amelios off of that Renegade line. Mr. Baby, if you would like to contact me for my consultation services, please feel free to reach out. I can make you even more rich than me than you already are. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on. Comment down below what your strategy would be for escaping JoJo Siwa if you pissed her off. You'd probably deserve being hunted down because why would you piss her off, but tell me anyways. You can catch my streams on twitch.tv/Kwite. I've been streaming lots of fun stuff over there. You can follow me on Twitter at Kwite, on Instagram at Kwite.png, and on TikTok at KwiteTikTok. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I'll see you guys next time.